Hi everyone, welcome back. This is video number 2. So in our first step we did the layering down of the base layers, which we did with marker pens, and I set you to try and leave as as kind of bits of white streaks all over the page, and that we were going to pick that up in the next step. So that's what we're going to do now. You'll see, if you have a look at the base colors, you'll see that we've chosen quite light colors, and what the idea really is that we're going to shade on top of these, and so that this base layer in fact is the lightest color that we're going to use. The shading is going to be with all the darker pencils, so that's kind of why we go for the lightest color first. And also by leaving in these bits of white, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up all the highlights, and we're going to use complementary colors to do that. So everywhere you can see that we've got kind of pretty much the same colorway going. We've got 2 different shades of green and a very nice color to use. And this one we're going to do blue. Okay, we're going to make this more blue. So we're going to use orange, which is the complementary color for blue, to build build in the color over here. Then, and the same over here for the scarab beetle, we're going to use the orange. Then for the areas where we've got gold or brass, we're going to use this aqua green to build in all the alternative colors. And here on the snake as well, we're going to use the green, so we're going to go over that, and we're going to bring in a bit of this pink over here also into this area. So starting at the top of the picture, I'm going to start over here with the throne, and you can see I've got lots of white areas, and very lightly because we're still basically doing the process of doing the base layer. So you don't want this color to be too dark. You want to keep it nice and light so that it blends tonally. It's the same kind of tone with what we've done with the base layer. And you'll see this will look quite irregular, and you might think it looks like a mess, but just go with it for right now. Part of what this step is about is giving you a chance to use maybe different colors that you wouldn't have necessarily used together, and to play a bit with the complementary colors, see how things work out. So you can see I've done this side, and now I've done this. Really, they both kind of look the same but different, and that's what we want to keep it interesting. I'm going to go and do the scarab beetle now. As I colour in here where I can, I start to blend the colours together. Just this area before and the kind of the area after where the white is, just so that we start to get a bit of a blend. We're going to go over all of this in next steps. It's just picking up the light over there, keeping it nice and light, but adding in some tone, some nice color. There we go, scarab's done, these guys are done. Let's do the sky next. Okay, so with the Anubis is actually black. And what we've done is we've taken this Lumi yellow and we've used this to pick up the complete highlight, the shine, the glow off the Anubis. And so we're going to work in a lot here with where you can see the dark shading. In the meantime, we're going to use this orange as well. I just find that this color blends very nicely with, it's quite difficult to blend colors into the luminous shades. You know, if you put red with this yellow, it tends to look a bit brown, but I found that this orange actually works quite nicely. And we also want to get a bit of a glow. We want to get some contrast going. So in all the areas where there's white, I'm just going nice and lightly and just adding some of this lovely orange. Didn't tell you, it's cadmium orange. Sorry, it's polychromo number 9201111. Sorry, I didn't do that at the beginning. So not too heavy and not too much detail, you know, not over the top, but just, you know, where there are bits of white, you're going to go in and just blend in a bit of this orange. So you see, as you go along, you'll be quite pleased that you left yourself some white, because it gives you something to work with, to add in this second layer of colour. Done this side, done that. It's already starting to look quite interesting, just the bits and pieces. There we go. It's a lot of faffing and fiddling, you know, this process. You kind of go and you go back and you do a bit more. It's not exact. No one's just going to even look the same because of that. Okay, so over here where we've got the Lumi yellow, I'm carrying on with this orange. Just building the colour up. It also gives, it just makes the picture look quite interesting, because you have lots of different shades of colour that are being reflected in the different aspects of the picture, if that makes sense. So there we go, I've done the side, done that. Okay, so the next colour we're going to use is going to be this one, which is the light phthalo green. It's 9201162, and we're going to use this colour, you can see I've done the side already, to fill in all the white gaps with where all the gold and the brass is. Not too heavy, just blend it in quite nicely. This colour is brilliant, you can use it for so many different things. It's going to give us a bit of a like tarnished effect. The idea is for this to all be a bit irregular, the same but different, if that makes sense. And you can see I'm not colouring very dark, but it is definitely picking up the colour. You can see there, starting to add in different dimensions. We're building the colour up in layers. And as I'm going along here, I'm just kind of like blending into the yellow wherever I've got these white streaky spaces. That was quite quick actually. Alright, and then the snake over here, nice into the pink. We're going to build this up and make this quite reddish. So this green contrasts very nicely with that red. On the face. Okay, I think that's done. Getting that layer done. Sorry, a bit of orange in here. And the streaks do look a bit weird when you first do them, but once you know you put this layer of colour in, you can start to see something different already starts to happen, you know, allows you to be freer. Okay, the ring. Whoops. Over here where the gold in as well, a bit of this colour. I think I told you, thinking about it, the color of the pink. Okay, so it's this one. It is light purple pink, it's number 128. And to go a little bit into where you've been with the orange and just pick some of it up, it would be nice to have a glint and a shimmer of pink with all the blue that we're going to add in. So just every now and again, just add in a bit of kind of darker color there with the pink. And if you find here as well as you're going along that in your aqua, maybe there's some areas that you haven't really covered, then you can just pick it up as well. You might come back and add some of this a bit later. There you go. You know, these colors just add contrast. They add something, you know, a bit unexpected, I suppose. At the end of the day, when you finish, it just adds in something nice, something zingy. Okay, so that is pretty much the second step. We're going to go and add in some complementary or contrasting colors to your base layer. And when we come back, we're going to start with pencil shading. So off you go, and we'll catch up with you in a bit.